Welcome to Mega Talk. This is a big one, guys. This is the big one. Oleksanr Usyk versus Daniel Dynamite Dubois will be for the heavyweight championship of the world next week on the 26th of August. This will be for the IBF, WBA, WBO, and IBO heavyweight championship of the world. We looked in at the gym. It was an IFL interview when they interviewed Daniel Dubois, and what they did, they're showing a public workout at the gym. Man, I can say I wasn't really expecting the speed and the power. And yes, as somebody says to me as I was discussing it earlier on, that punch bags don't hit back and pads don't hit back. I get all that, but I must say he was very impressive. He was very fast. I don't think the style what he was showing there would be a style to fight against Usyk, because that style was very, very pressured, and I think you need to be a bit more calculated, because I think Oleksanr Usyk will step back and counter you as you're coming in. But it was showed a lot, such as speed, and it showed power. Dare I say, some of the moves what he's doing kind of reminded me of the training as what Mike Tyson would do. Okay, guys, don't jump on me because I mentioned that. I just says some of the training which I've seen there, the speed and the movement, kind of reminded me of Mike Tyson. Guys, please, I just says kind of. But no, the training was good. There's good speed there. I would be very, very careful as Daniel Dubois not to show too much. Don't give them anything that they can work from, because in his training, if he shows any kind of vulnerability of defense or foot movement, they'll be picking this up. So I'm hoping that he's not going to show too much of that. Just before we go, guys, let's just have a look at Daniel Dubois' record. He's had 19 wins, and 18 of those have come by knockout. He's had one loss, that was a knockout. And yes, we know that even though it was a knockout, it was from a very, very top contender in Joe Joyce. So there's no shame losing to Joe Joyce, and that was because of his orbital bone being broken. And I think if anybody had received that punch, they'd have felt it. He's 6'5", and Daniel Dubois is only 25 years old. And one thing, and I want to hear your comments on this. One thing what I think with Daniel Dubois is that he buys into whatever the trainer tells him. So if the trainer tells him, listen, you're going to beat Usyk, all you have to do is this, that, and that, he buys into it. So I think he will buy in to the belief that he can beat Usyk. Call it vulnerable, call it easily influenced, but that's what you need to win the fight. Who's going to win? Listen, so I'm not going to say just yet, because I'm going to be asking some of the fans to give their verdict and try and put something together. So listen out for that next week, guys, to put some things together to then hear what other people's opinions are. But in the meantime, thank you for listening to Mega Talk, and Daniel Dubois does look ready for the occasion of next week fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world.